Welcome back to the deep dive. We've really dug into some fascinating research today, and we're excited to share the key takeaways with you.
Yeah, we really are.
Our mission today,
Yeah.
to unpack a topic that honestly has the power to change your life. Not just your bank account, but everything. We're talking about financial discipline.
Mm,
And this isn't, some boring lecture about how much you make. It's more sophisticated than that. It's about the art of keeping your money.
yeah, and the science of growing it.
Exactly. And the wisdom in how you use it, it's really about mastering your money, not letting it master you.
That's absolutely the core message we found again and again. Because, it's kind of remarkable. Without financial discipline, even a really high income doesn't automatically make you wealthy.
Right. We see that all the time.
We do. The data shows it clearly. The real game changer isn't just earning potential, it's the management. That's what unlocks financial freedom.
Yeah.
So in this deep dive, we're going to lay out a pretty clear step-by-step guide, how to build this discipline, how to apply these strategies consistently. Think of it as an investment in future you.
Your future self will thank you.
Absolutely. They really will.
Okay, let's get into it then. Because for a lot of people, I think financial discipline sounds hard, maybe a bit rigid, or like something you either have or you don't. Is that fair? Or is there a better way to look at it?
That's a really good question. Because the research sort of pushes back against that idea of rigidity. At its heart, financial discipline isn't really about depriving yourself.
Right.
It's about control. Our sources put it nicely.
Yeah.
It's having clear, intentional command over how you earn, spend, save, and invest. It's all about conscious choices.
Making choices actively.
Yes. It's the ability to say no to maybe some instant gratification today.
That quick purchase. Yeah.
Right. That quick purchase. So you can confidently say yes to much bigger, more meaningful goals down the road. It's almost like building a muscle.
Oh, I like that analogy. Like fitness, right? You have discipline with diet and exercise. You
Now-
get a healthy body.
And financial discipline.
Yeah.
That builds a healthy financial future. Financial freedom, really.
And the difference is huge.
Oh, the contrast is stark. Our sources show that without this discipline, money just flows in and vanishes. Poof.
Yeah.
Often leaves you feeling like you're always playing catch-up.
Stressful.
Very. But with it, money doesn't just stay. It grows. It
Yeah.
multiplies. And this is key. It starts working for you. That's a fundamental shift in power dynamics.
So, okay, it's not about deprivation. It's about control, building that muscle.
Mm-hmm.
What are the real stakes here then? What's the actual impact, good and bad?
Well, the impact is massive. On the one hand, the consequences of lacking discipline are, frankly, pretty severe and really common. You see people ending up deep in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, constantly stressed out, feeling trapped. It creates this cycle that's incredibly hard to break free from.
Yeah, I can see that.
But then, on the flip side, the benefits of having discipline, they're truly life-changing. It lets you build real, lasting wealth. It significantly cuts down financial stress. And, crucially, it gives you the power to live life on your own terms.
Living life on your own terms. That sounds good.
It's about building a foundation that supports the life you want to live, instead of just reacting to your circumstances.
And this is where it gets really interesting for me. The research boils it down to this simple truth. It's not how much you earn, but how much you keep and grow.
That is the essence of it.
They even give this striking example. Someone earning, say, $100,000 a year could actually be broke if they lack discipline.
It happens.
While someone earning $40,000 with discipline can build real financial security, that just flips the script on the idea that a big salary automatically means you're set.
It really does. And that example perfectly illustrates a key insight. Financial skill isn't just for the rich. It's available to anyone willing to apply these principles. Doesn't matter what your starting income is.
So it's about behavior, not just the paycheck size. Exactly. Behavior and systems. So to help you actually do this, our deep dive needs a practical roadmap. And the sources lay out a really good one. A 7-step path to financial freedom.
Okay, a roadmap. Perfect. Let's hear step 1. So the first step, according to the research, is all about awareness. You know the saying, you can't control what you don't measure.
So true.
It sounds almost too basic, right? But how many of us really track our income and expenses carefully, like down to the dollar? This first step is about getting brutally honest with yourself. Where's the money coming from? And maybe more importantly, where is it really going?
And this is usually the big wake-up call moment for people.
Right.
Yeah. The research shows most folks are genuinely shocked when they actually sit down and look at the cold, hard numbers. They find out how much is really going towards things like daily food
Oh,
delivery
yeah. Those add up.
or impulse buys online, or maybe even a bunch of subscriptions they forgot they even had, or it's a total blind spot for many.
So how do you shine a light on that blind spot? What tools do they suggest? Well, the sources keep it pretty simple and practical. You could use a budgeting app. There are tons out there.
Yeah.
Or just a basic spreadsheet. Honestly, even a simple notebook and pen works.
Whatever works for you.
Exactly. The method isn't the most important part. It's the consistent act of tracking that matters.
Okay, so track first, get aware, then what? Once you see where the money's going, the next step is taking control, telling it where to go instead. Which leads us to step 2, budgeting made simple. And I like that made simple part because budgeting can feel, well, overwhelming. The sources really like the 50-30-20 rule, makes it pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's a great starting point.
So 50% of your income for Menons needs rent, groceries, bills, the essentials. 30% for wants, that's the fun stuff, entertainment, eating out, shopping.
Yeah.
And then the crucial 20% for savings and investments, building that future.
It's a solid framework, but here's the little trick, or maybe just a shift in perspective that the sources highlight. And it really is a game changer.
Okay.
Instead of saving whatever's left over after you've paid for needs and wants,
What?
you flip it.
Okay.
The principle is save first, spend later. Or you might have heard it as pay yourself first.
Pay yourself first, right.
That little mental shift, putting saving first, makes it a priority. It becomes non-negotiable. It fundamentally changes how you approach your money, prioritizing your future.
That's smart. Because relying on willpower alone, that can be tough.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why step 3 is so important. Automate your finances.
Taking the decision out of it.
Precisely. The sources are clear, relying purely on willpower to be financially disciplined. That's a losing battle for most people, most of the time.
Yeah.
Automation becomes your absolute best friend. It turns good intentions into consistent actions without you even thinking about it.
Okay, so practically speaking, how do we automate? What are some examples?
Right. The idea is to build a system that just works in the background. So concrete examples would be setting up automatic transfers.
Correct.
Right after payday, boom, money moves automatically into your savings or investment account before you can even touch it. Automate your bill payments. That way you avoid missed deadlines, late fees, all that hassle. You can also use auto debits for things like SIP, systematic investment plans.
Right, for mutual funds or stocks.
Exactly. Or into your retirement accounts, of course.
Yeah.
The real beauty of this, when savings and investing happen automatically, that money is often gone before you even register it was there to spend. You hardly feel the pinch.
Takes the decision fatigue away.
Completely.
All right, let's talk about step 4. And let's be honest, this might be the hardest one for a lot of us. Controlling impulse spending.
A temptation zone.
Totally. That one-click buy button is just too easy. Weekend sales screaming at you, that late-night food delivery craving.
Yeah.
These things are like kryptonite for financial discipline, right? What strategies help us fight back?
They absolutely are designed to be tempting. Our sources look at the psychology here, how our immediate emotional brain often just steamrolls our rational planning brain.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
So, to fight that urge for instant gratification, the research offers some really practical tactics. First up, the 24-hour rule. It's super effective.
Okay, what's that?
If you feel that strong urge to buy something, especially if it's not essential, just force yourself to wait 24 hours.
Just sleep on it.
Exactly. It's not just about delaying. It actually gives the logical part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, a chance to catch up and weigh in against the immediate emotional impulse from your limbic system. It lets your wise brain have a say.
I like that. Giving your wise brain a chance. What else?
Second, maybe limit how much you use credit cards. Try paying with cash or debit more often. There was even a study mentioned where people felt the pain of spending more when they use physical cash.
Like you're actually handing over something valuable.
Right. It feels more real than just swiping plastic. And finally, before you click buy or pull out your wallet, ask yourself that crucial question. Do I want this or do I actually need this?
Want versus need. Simple but powerful.
That simple pause, that distinction, can save you a surprising amount of money and future regret.
Okay, really good advice there for curbing those impulse buys. And moving on. Life throws curveballs, right? Being prepared for those is another massive piece of financial discipline, which brings us neatly to step 5, build an emergency fund.
Absolutely essential.
Because life is just unpredictable. Medical bills can appear out of nowhere, the car breaks down, maybe even a sudden job loss. Having that safety net isn't just nice, it's critical for peace of mind.
It really is non-negotiable.
Yeah.
The goal here, as the sources stress, is building up an emergency fund that covers at least 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses.
3 to 6 months. Okay.
Think of it as financial breathing room. So when that unexpected bill hits, you're not scrambling. Now, what's really crucial is where you keep this money.
Right, not just mixed in with checking.
Definitely not. Keep it in a separate, easily accessible savings account, maybe a high-yield one to earn a little interest, but totally separate from your regular spending money.
So you're not tempted to dip into it.
Exactly. It prevents accidental spending on non-emergencies. And the payoff is huge. When those inevitable emergencies do happen, you won't have to reach for credit cards or take out high-interest loans, which can seriously derail your long-term financial goals.
That makes total sense. Build that buffer first. So these immediate actions are vital, but financial discipline is really a long game, isn't it? A marathon. Which leads us perfectly into step 6, cultivating a long-term mindset.
Exactly right. Discipline isn't just about the short-term, no. It's fundamentally about securing long-term freedom, designing the life you want by choice, not by accident. It's about having a really powerful vision for your future.
So what does that vision translate into, like actual actions? The sources talk about things like investing consistently, even small amounts, right? Over time, compounding works its magic.
Huge difference over time.
Focusing on acquiring assets, things that actually put money into your pocket, like investments rather than liabilities, which just drain money out.
Like fancy cars sometimes.
Right. Or too much house. And of course, setting really clear financial goals. Maybe it's a down payment on a house, maybe starting a business, maybe retiring early, having that why.
And the psychological aspect here is key. Our sources suggest that every single time you feel tempted to splurge on something that doesn't really align with those big goals, consciously bring that bigger vision to mind.
Use it as motivation.
Precisely. That clear long-term goal becomes a powerful anchor. It helps you make the disciplined choice right now. It reframes sacrifice not as deprivation, but as an investment in the future you actually want.
Love that reframing. Okay, we've covered a lot. We're finally at step 7, the one that ties it all together. Stay accountable.
The glue.
Yeah, because let's be real. Even with the best plan, the best intentions, making discipline actually stick, that often needs some kind of support system.
Oh, absolutely. The research backs this up strongly. Going it alone is just much, much harder.
So how do we build that support? What works?
Well, the sources suggest a few effective methods for accountability. You could share your financial goals with someone you trust, a friend, your partner, someone who can cheer you on, maybe gently check in.
Keep you honest.
Yeah. Joining a community focused on financial growth can also be incredibly helpful. Shared learning, support, that feeling of we're in this together. And of course, a really important habit, regularly reviewing your own finances. Maybe monthly.
Like a checkup.
Exactly. It's about going to the gym. If you have a workout buddy or someone tracking your progress, you're just far more likely to stick with it, right?
Definitely.
Same principle applies to your financial fitness. Accountability keeps you committed.
Wow. Okay, that was a fantastic breakdown. So much practical advice there. Let's just quickly run through those 7 steps again for everyone listening. First, know your numbers. Get aware. Second, budget wisely. Maybe use the 50-30-20 rule and definitely pay yourself first.
Crucial.
Third, automate your finances. Make it easy on yourself. Fourth, control impulse spending. Use that 24-hour rule.
Wait it out.
Fifth, build that emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of expenses. Sixth, cultivate a long-term mindset. Focus on your big vision. And seventh, stay accountable. Find your support system.
That's the roadmap. And if you zoom out, connect it all back to the core idea, this overarching philosophy of financial discipline. It really isn't about depriving yourself. It's not about living a miserable, stingy life.
No.
It's fundamentally about controlling your money so that it doesn't end up controlling you. It's about taking back the power, gaining agency over your financial future. Ultimately, it creates more choices for you, not fewer.
That's such a powerful way to put it. Controlling money so it doesn't control you. So for everyone listening right now, what does this all mean? The research is really clear on this. Starting today matters.
Absolutely.
Even if it's just one tiny step, maybe just tracking your expenses for the next week or setting up that very first automatic transfer to savings, even if it's small, you will start building a future with more freedom, more security.
But every step counts.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, here's something to think about, a provocative thought maybe. What's one small actionable step you can commit to doing right now or maybe today to start controlling your money instead of letting it control you?